Apart from not paying rent or the landlord wanting to renovate, sell or move back into a rental unit, tenants in Ontario may also face eviction for issues revolving around their conduct and the treatment of the unit.
So landlords can seek to evict tenants based on them alleging that the tenant, a visitor or someone living with the tenant, has substantially interfered with the reasonable enjoyment of the landlord or other tenants, or has substantially interfered with the landlord's lawful rights or privileges.
That's when an N5 notice of eviction might be issued. Samuel Mason from Parkdale Community Legal Services says reasons commonly cited on an N5 include
if the landlord believes the rental unit is not being kept in a sufficient level of cleanliness, or damage to the rental unit or the residential complex, or any type of landlord alleging certain kind of conduct, the way a tenant's interacting with the landlord staff, or other tenants in the residential complex.
Like other eviction notices, an N5 does not mean the tenant has to move out. It is meant to inform them that the landlord is seeking eviction.
What's unique about an N5 notice is that it's voidable. Once you receive an N5 notice, you have 7 days to correct the behavior that's outlined in the N5 notice. Say your dog's barking so loud that it's interfering with other tenants, you have 7 days to fix that. So if you do that, your tenancy is secure.
If a tenant does not agree with the N5 notice, they can dispute it. The landlord has to file an L2 form with the Landlord-Tenant Board, and a hearing will be scheduled.
And at that hearing, you can give your side of the story, why you dispute some or all of the allegations.
Another type of eviction notice a tenant may receive is an N7, issued if the landlord feels the tenant, someone living with them, or a guest has caused a serious safety issue.
Like the presence of weapons, violence in the residential complex. Sometimes issues related to fires can be the basis of a landlord alleging serious impairment of safety.
As N7s are issued for very serious matters, there's no grace period to fix the issue, and landlords can file for a hearing at the LTB immediately, where they must provide proof and the tenant can defend themselves against the allegations.
So if the allegations in the notice are not true, they should explain what really happened, what are their side of the story. Even if the allegations are true, they should still be able to make their defense about why their tenancy should be preserved. The Landlord-Tenant Board still has to consider the individual circumstances of the tenant. Yeah. And in many occasions, those circumstances outweigh eviction, and the board will preserve the tenancy. Evicting someone, especially now in Toronto, is pretty grave as an outcome.
Dilshad Burman, City News.